What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? In this presentation here, we're gonna talk about how they tolerate BS from men that they like, but they won't tolerate BS from men that they don't like. Isn't it funny how these ladies out here, they'll tolerate all the BS in the world from guys that they like, right? They'll tolerate being mistreated. They'll tolerate abuse. A lot of times these women, they'll stay with men and they end up getting taken out by these men that they're with. But isn't it funny how these women, they'll tolerate abuse and they'll tolerate all the BS in the world from a man that they like, but they won't tolerate BS from a man that they don't want. This just goes to show you the hypocrisy of these women. See, women will tolerate BS from men that they like. They'll tolerate being mistreated. They'll tolerate being abused. They'll tolerate anything from a man that they like. A lot of times men that are desired by women, they don't even gotta have nothing. In this presentation here, we just talking about how they tolerate BS from the guys that they like, but they treat the men that they don't like garbage. This is why you can't feel sorry for these women. I'm telling you, women are gonna forever tolerate BS. They're gonna forever tolerate BS from guys that they like. They're gonna forever tolerate BS from guys that they like, but they're not gonna tolerate no BS from a man they don't want. That's how these women are. One thing I had to learn is that as a man, if you a man, right, and you a guy that let's talk about the guys that women are. Let's talk about the guys who are desired for a minute. Because see, men who are desired by women, they don't value women. And a lot of these dudes, they live in a total different reality. This is why I had to learn you can never take advice from these kind of men. These men who are chosen, these men who are desirable, these men who have women throwing themselves at them. You cannot take advice from these types of men. Men who've always had women showing interest in them from a very young age. Men who've always had women, just throwing the vagina at them. You cannot take advice from these type of men because their reality is different. And women will make excuses for men that they attracted to. They'll make all the excuses in the world and ignore all the red flags in the world because they like this guy. See, women, they already know if they like a guy within 5 seconds of looking at him. A woman will look at a man and they'll make a judgment in their mind on whether or not they like that man. And it's funny how guys who are desired by women, they can get away with all the BS in the world. They can get away with being broke. They can get away with not having no career. They can get away with not having anything going for them. But you as a man who's not wanted, you got to have it all. Isn't it funny how men who are desired, they don't got to have nothing at all? But if you a man that's not wanted, you got to have it all. You got to have it all. That's crazy. But that just go to show you that, as a man, if you're not desired, you got to have it all, man. It's crazy. Because, men who are desired by women, they don't got to have nothing at all. They could be unemployed a lot of times. A lot of men who are desired, they could be literally unemployed. They don't have to have a career. They don't have to have nothing going for them. See, when you a man that's not desired, you got to have it all. It's funny how guys who are not wanted got to have it all. They got to have money. They got to have it all because they're not desired. But see, that just goes to show you the hypocrisy of women, how They'll tolerate all the BS in the world from a man that they're attracted to, but they make rules for guys that they don't like. That just go to show you the hypocrisy of women. But the game is rigged. Steve Hoker said it years ago. The dating arena is rigged. And the dating game is in favor of the most attractive people. As a man, one thing I had to learn, if you got to put a lot of effort into connecting with someone, that's how you know you're at a disadvantage. Because there are some men, they ain't got to put a lot of effort into connecting with nobody. There are some men that women literally throw themselves at. They don't have to put a lot of effort into this. So as a man, if you got to go out of your way, you got to put in all this effort to get a piece of vagina, that's how you know you're at a deficit. It's kind of like academics, for instance. If you find yourself having to study harder than the next person, that's how you know academics is not your forte, and that's how you know things don't come easy to you, because there are some people who are gifted. You remember the kids in school who were gifted? They didn't have to put a lot of effort, into academia. It came to them easy. So if you got to put a lot of effort into connecting with a woman, you already at a deficit, and you got to acknowledge that you at a deficit. See, some men don't want to admit that they at a deficit, and for the life of me, I never understood why, the PUA community and the dating, coaches, I never understood why they encourage guys that they know are at a deficit to continue to try. Dudes that they know who are at a deficit, dudes who they know, they not them dudes that's chosen. They not those dudes that's sought after. They, a lot of dating coaches, they tell these dudes to go out there and approach. That's bad advice. That's bad advice. And as a man, women, they gonna choose the man that they like. They gonna choose the man that they desire. They gonna choose the man that they want to be with. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, and as a man, if you're not one of those men that's chosen, there's nothing you can do. There really is nothing you can do. They tell men who are not sought after by women that they got to work on this, they got to work on that. But isn't it funny how these women, they tolerate all the abuse and all the mistreatment, from these men that they actually like? Dude can be broke. A lot of times the woman will actually be taking care of this dude. That just go to show you how women, they'll always be faithful to a man that they like, and they'll always treat a man that they don't like garbage. That just go to show you the shallow nature of women. But see, the thing that I don't like about this is that people don't want to admit this. People won't admit that women tolerate BS from men that they like, and they treat men that they don't like trash. But people won't admit this. And that's why I had to learn, never take advice from dudes who are chosen, dudes who are wanted. Because I had to learn in my life that if a person is not living your reality, they can't give you no advice, because they're not living your reality. So you got to be living a person's reality to give them some wisdom. It's kind of like if you in hell and I'm in heaven, but you trying